Hi, my name is Waqas Mirza, and I'm the CEO of Avanza. Ali here is our Chief Technology Officer. We're very happy to be in Warsaw to attend the Blockchain Next Summit and Conference. We have a lot of keynote speeches and panel discussions here in which we are basically sharing our knowledge of having worked with Dubai government and other government and private entities in different parts of the world around blockchain implementations. Clearly, you see countries where the blockchain adoption is driven from the top, right from the top leadership. These countries are clearly making headway. So you have examples of Estonia and Malta, and most importantly, Dubai, which has sort of become the blockchain capital of the world. The reason is that the agenda for blockchain adoption is driven from the top. It's from the very top leadership. And the reason for adopting blockchain for all these countries are different. In Dubai, for example, the reason for adopting blockchain is customer happiness and paperless strategy. But yes, we feel that since blockchain use cases are mostly multi-organization use cases, and organizations don't necessarily sit across the table to solve a problem. Everybody has their own objectives, priorities, but when the agenda is slammed from the top, people rally behind the idea. So governments, regulators have a very, very important role to play in blockchain adoption, especially at a city scale or a country scale.
So what is happening is that there are two angles to it. One is that this drive from the government which is coming, but certain countries are coming, like for example the Zug Valley in Switzerland as well. So a lot of crypto companies are evolving as well. So that is one another area whereby the world is evolving in terms of the cryptocurrencies and ICOs as well, and they are relaxed on the regulations regarding the ICOs and the cryptocurrency. But where there would be a lot of value that would be coming, whereby the government is for the citizens' happiness or for automating or getting the efficiencies out of the processes, they are implementing the blockchain. So there are two different kind of implementations that are happening across the world.
Dubai government has declared that by year 2021, all applicable government transactions will be ported on blockchain. So people don't generally understand what that means. What does a city on blockchain mean? What that means is that Dubai government is picking up journeys that I go through in the city as a resident. What do? I go and renew the registration of my car. I might go and lease a property. I might go and buy property. I'm running 3 companies in Dubai, so I know what company incorporation is like. Currently, all these processes have a lot of friction in them. There's heaps and heaps of documentation that we as residents have to take to multiple organizations for any of these journeys. What Dubai government is doing is they're picking up one journey at a time, transforming it completely and porting it to blockchain. So that when these journeys are done in the next 2 to 3 years, I shouldn't have to visit multiple offices, I shouldn't have to carry heaps and heaps of documentation. So this is what the vision is. And all of this being done for customer happiness. Now in terms of saving, how will that save money? The first thing is that by 12 December 2021, I believe, Dubai government will either receive or issue a piece of paper, last piece of paper. After that, there will be no paper. So the savings will come from no paper, efficiency in the system, because people will be able to do all these processes and journeys and interactions with government organizations sitting on their laptops and from their mobile apps, which means people will be driving around less. There'll be less fuel spent. People's time will be wasted less. So once you convert all of this efficiency into a dollar value, you get to build multiple Burj Khalifas every year. So that's how everything adds up. In a smart city context, basically the city needs to get real-time feed of the events that are taking place in the city and then take intelligent decisions automatically. You cannot do that manually. You cannot have even an army of people sitting down, reading traffic and medical emergencies and fires and responding. Systems will have to be put in place. And blockchain plays a very, very important role jointly with IoT and AI, where different organizations will feed data into these blockchain solutions, and through AI, the city will basically take decisions. One of the projects that we are involved in is with Dubai Health Authority in Dubai. Our project is basically a medical emergency nerve center. So today, if there's an accident on the road or if there's an apartment block fire and the paramedics in the ambulance go and pick the patient, they take them to one particular hospital in the city, which is Rashtriya Hospital, because that's the only trauma center in the city. When the patient lands in this hospital, that's when the hospital realizes that we don't have the equipment to treat the patient. So for example, if it's a burn victim, the burn bed is not available right now. So what our system does is that on real-time basis, based on traffic, weather, equipment availability, physician availability, when paramedics pick up a patient, our system tells them this is the hospital you need to take it to. Maybe the closest hospital is 5 minutes away, but the hospital that is half an hour away has a higher probability of saving this patient's life. So these are the kind of projects that Dubai is doing, and obviously blockchain plays a very important role in all these.
One thing I would like to add over here is that for a smart city to work, since the decisions would be taken by the systems, so the data need to be trusted as well. So data would be coming and aggregating from multiple places, but if it's stamped on the blockchain, that trust factor which would be missing, that would be available. So then the AI could take up, and based on the patterns and the intelligence, it can take intelligent decision, and that could happen in real time. So that's how the city will become smart. So that's how the blockchain would have a more advantage to this particular approach.
We're not exactly a startup. We are an 18-year-old company. For the past 18 years, we've been focusing on transaction processing, payment solutions, channel banking solutions. So we're a product company. We've got around 20 products that automate different delivery channels of financial institutions. 2 years ago, we realized that if we do not drastically change our product basket, we will be obsolete in the next 5 to 10 years, because that is how rapidly the technology landscape is changing around us. And that is how and when we started investing into nascent technologies like blockchain, artificial intelligence, robotic process automation. We started to build some assets around these and internal competence. And then in 2017, we've had some major successes. We've signed citywide projects with the Dubai government and different government entities. And now we've launched a spin-off of Avanza, the group company called Avanza Innovations, which is a startup coming out of an 18-year-old technology company. And this startup just focuses on blockchain, AI, and robotic process automation. And now we are taking our experience gained from Dubai to other parts of the world and basically sharing knowledge of our experience.